Welcome to the Achieve Anything Show, brought to you by Stryv and today's host, Xander Woodford-Smith.
Hi Stryv, welcome to the Achieve Anything Show. Got a great show for you today. I'm going to go on a little rant all about why technology is killing your success. And straight away you might be thinking, what the hell's going on? Have you gone crazy? Don't you run a technology company? Isn't Stryv a technology company trying to help people achieve their success? Yes, it is. However, I've got a great point to make about technology, and it's coming from my own personal experience this week of something that I just suddenly realized that I used to do, that I'd stopped doing, that's now made a huge difference to my productivity, what I'm achieving, and how happy I'm feeling. So we're going to discuss that today. So what I'm talking about with how technology affects your success and is killing your success is through distractions. And so I'm going to dive into some of the science of that, because there's some new science that's come out about different types of distractions and why specifically technological ones, the way I read the research, is what's really affecting you being successful. Okay, so if we're talking about being successful, you need to be taking action in order to achieve the goals. You know, things don't just happen, you got to make them happen in some way. So you got to block time in your planner, in your diary, whatever you're doing, in order to be able to achieve whatever it is you're going to achieve, whether that's like losing weight, whether that's like building a website, a business, you know, whatever it takes in order to achieve that goal that you want to achieve. So you're always taking actions. So this research that two professors conducted, Jeff Moore and we've got the name Ju Hyun Song, conducted was they wanted to see whether it was big distractions or little distractions that had a bigger impact on you. Okay, and what they found is that while you are doing an action like driving a car or building a website or doing work on whatever it is, actually taking action on something, it's actually the little distractions that have more of an effect of pulling your attention away from what you're doing. And then when you're just like browsing passively at something, like scrolling through social media or watching something online, it's the big things that pull you away. And the reason this evolved like evolutionary wise is because if you've got like hunting for food or something like that, we kind of have a threshold in our mind of like, okay, I can't, if I'm hunting for food, all of a sudden get distracted by this big thing and go do something else. But it's almost like these little distractions don't ever hit that threshold to distract you enough. Okay, so if you think about it, you're driving along in the car, this is just an example, but this can apply to anything. Driving along in the car and the phone goes off and like rings and buzzes and someone's calling you, versus you get a little ping or you just see like the slide come down to show that you've got a text message. Which is more distracting? You'd think it was the phone buzzing and going like this, and although that's creating more noise, when you're actually in the action of doing something, that's actually less distracting than the little ones, because it's over the threshold. You can kind of ignore it. You're not immediately pulled. You know it's something you should ignore, so you just kind of do. But the little ones, when you're in the middle of an action, are what absolutely kill you. And this is the thing that I've changed this week, which I'm going to give you a strategy for in a second. So if you think about your technology these days, it is designed to keep pinging you and buzzing you, and companies spend multi-billion dollar companies spend all their time and energy, their entire business model is wrapped up in getting you back to the site. Okay, if you know, it would be great for society if we had to pay for Facebook or YouTube or something and their business model wasn't reliant on our attention so that they had to drive ads, because they might not have to be as good as they are at pulling us back in, keeping us on their websites, because they could just drive the business model of keeping us subscribed. But they don't do that. Their entire business model is how much attention can they get of you, and then they can sell that to advertisers. So they've got really good at sending these little ping notifications. So now you get them on your phone, you get them in the top right hand corner of your web browser coming in. So just go in right now to your phone and have a look and see how many apps and other things have notification privileges, like they can send you notifications. And the ones that actually ping you, that show up so you see them come in. Because you can set them to be more silent and quiet and other stuff, but I don't even think that's enough, because even when you open your phone, you then see them. So this is my strategy. Is if you want to be successful and you don't want pulling away by these little distractions like it's the death by 1,000 cuts, is you've just got to get rid of the source that is causing the distraction. So this is what I did this week. And I'd done this previously, and then I kind of found excuses, and I hadn't even realized it had creeped back in. So then this may have happened with you, is I just went through my phone and deleted everything that wasn't absolutely essential. So no more Facebook app, because I used to use the justification that I needed to chat to and keep in touch with the Stryvers group, but it's not true. I can log onto the laptop and do that at the appropriate time and block that time in to use it most productively. YouTube, that was a huge one for me, and I didn't used to just binge for hours, but what used to happen is when I would like grab lunch or something, I would just stand up the phone, put YouTube on, and click on there. And so what I would do is I would like watch, some entertainment, maybe some like John Oliver Last Week Tonight, which if you haven't seen it, I think is awesome. Or I really like watching some chess channels. It just like relaxes me. But I would go there, and then I'd never watch just one, because like we said, you're putting your attention up against a multi-billion-dollar company whose entire drive is to get you to stay on there. So I would end up watching 2 or 3 and go past however long I was having lunch or something else for. So today just happened. We was out exploring Abu Dhabi, and then I went to grab some food, and I got my phone out and I went to click on a YouTube video because it had been such a habit, and it wasn't there. And it was like, oh, fantastic. So what did I do? I just put on Audible and listened to a book about how you grow business, and I learned some amazing things. So I'm saying to you, what apps can you go in now, right now, and delete and remove these little distractions? Because the little distractions aren't little. They're the ones pulling you away more than big things from your goals and success. Okay, so it's time to take ownership of them. And I would say it's not about trying to create more willpower to avoid them. Because when distractions come in, it's kind of immediate and it can't stop you. But you've got other distractions where it's kind of yourself allowing yourself to distract it. So for me at lunchtime today, if I'd have had the YouTube app on there, I'd have for sure watched a YouTube video. So that's not pinging me a message that a new video is up, but I would have gone straight there, whereas it's been completely removed, the temptation. So go through and make a list of all the things and apps you can get rid of. Just look at your phone. First place to start is the notifications about what is allowing you, but then just go through and delete it. And trust me, you'll be way happier because you're not getting pulled off in different directions. You've got time and space to think, and you fill that time with stuff that's actually useful to you. Maybe you want to start meditating. Maybe you'll have more time to go and do an extra exercise and get fit and healthy throughout the week because you've saved yourself time. So let's just think about it a second. Let's say with me with YouTube, let's say I watched half an hour extra a day because they were good at distracting me. So, half an hour a day turns into so much insane amount of time. So 3.5 hours a week. What's that if you times that by 52? Like 3 to 150. So almost 6 full days a year. Did I do that maths right? Something like that. Absolutely unbelievable the amount of time that just something that feels so insignificant affects you. So it's time to take ownership and make sure that you're not being distracted, that you're not letting technology kill your success. Because even if you're doing all the great things like getting your goals aligned, getting really clear on them, removing all the fear and distractions, using 4-quadrant approach, vertically developing, if you're constantly being pulled in different directions, it's just not going to happen for you. Your attention is a limited resource that you have to focus in certain areas. And your attention and the time you have to allocate that attention creates your finite resources in life. So make sure you're owning how you're using those two resources. So I hope this is useful. Comment below whether you like these more kind of ranty episodes, because I feel like I'm doing that, but I actually enjoy doing them more. I enjoy sharing the science and stories and stuff, but maybe I'll do a bit of both. Who knows? Maybe even get political around here. I'm sure there's a lot I could say, but comment below what you prefer, how you like the structure, what topics you'd want us to cover, and what apps you have deleted in order to save yourself so much time. Or come back in a few days and tell us how much time you've saved by keeping track of what time, what you were spending it on, and then what you're now doing now that you've deleted those and taken back control of your time. Until next week, check out the blog, and I look forward to seeing you on next week's show.
Thank you for listening to the Achieve Anything Show, brought to you by Stryv. Be sure to visit Stryvers.com to join the conversation, access show notes, and discover other fantastic bonus content that's only available on the website.